In this video, you're going to learn how Lindsay uses collaborative seating charts to get to know her students while also giving them a chance to give input and express their feelings.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Badrow, and I am a high school English teacher at Santa Teresa High School in San Jose, California. And I wanted to share with you a template that I created on Lucid. And it's the method that I use for making seating charts. I typically change my students' seating every 5 to 6 weeks. New grading period means new seats. And what I like to do that's a little different than the traditional seating chart is I like to get student input on where they would like to sit. And Lucid Chart has given me this great platform to get that easily. So let me show you what that looks like. Right. So here is an example of my template. This is what my classroom looks like at the moment. But, you know, teachers, we love to move it around. And the great thing that I love about Lucid is that it's so easy for me to go in and customize these desks. Like right now, I'm contemplating moving this front row to the back of the room. So what's cool about this is I can actually see what that would look like conceptually before I actually move furniture. And so I love that with this template, it's really easy for me to set up the design of my classroom at this moment in time. But this is what it looks like at the moment. And so what I do is I share this on the projector and I explain to students that what they're going to do for me is any general seating requests, they're going to go over here. They're going to grab a sticky and I tell them, go crazy, pick any color you want, and you're going to put it over here. And in this box, you're going to tell me things like, I want to sit near the door, or I'd like to sit next to the air purifier because that's where I feel the most comfortable, or I have a hard time seeing, so I'd like to be near the front. Things like that, those like really general where they don't really care where they're sitting, but they have a preference on location. I do also specify with students that if it's about not wanting to sit by another student, that's a one-on-one conversation. That is not a whiteboard conversation because everybody can see this. So I give them that instruction first. And then the second task is to look at the different seats in the room. And then I have them click on one of these boxes and tell them that they're going to go ahead and comment on the box and say, Lindsay B's first choice. So that students just told me this is their first choice. And then I tell them, give me up to 3 choices. So I tell them to go through this process a couple of times, just so that way I can see what their preferences are. And a lot of times they'll fill it out with their friends and, you know, I start to see patterns of first, second, third choices and who's also picking those spots. I always tell the students, you're telling me your preference and you're letting me know where you would like to sit, but those preferences aren't always going to be honored. And I also tell them, you know, if you got your preferences last seating chart, someone who didn't get their preferences is going to have top priority in this round. And so I just explained that depending on what we're studying this unit, depending on the request, depending on, you know, how many people said that this desk was their first choice, that plays into it. So I'm very open with the students that this is letting me know your preference. This isn't deciding your seating chart. But what I love about it is I learned so much about the students through the process. It's also great for keeping track of what they requested the previous grading period. So again, paying attention to their social and emotional needs, I can see how, you know, they might be having a conflict with someone. And I noticed that they requested seats far away from each other. But, you know, last grading period, they were the best of friends and wanted to sit right next to each other. So it gives me an opportunity to be curious about that, but it gives me a lot of information about our kiddos. And I think it gives them a lot of buy-in, especially when I make it an effort to honor a few of those requests. It's not just hey guys, tell me what you want, and then none of you get it. When they see, oh, I asked for this thing and Ms. Badrow gave it to me, they have more buy-in in the seating chart, and they get excited that they have a voice in the classroom, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, this is my template. I really love using it. And it can be easily customized for your classroom and the needs of your students.